Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all, it is about that time. Let's sip some sensibility, shall we? So, sensibilities, child, let me tell y'all, I was perusing down these social media streets and I ran into something quite interesting, to say the least. So, Masika, she breaks down how reality TV shows use room tone and grab your words from different scenes to create sentences to use to create drama. Let's check out what she had to say.
I wouldn't agree to that narrative, right?
I'm mad at you.
Here's the crazy part. This shit blew my fucking mind. This shit blew my fucking mind, okay? Now, you know because you're in production, so you know what room tone is, right? So for those of you that don't know, whenever you're filming any TV show, reality show, whatever the case may be, there's something called room tone. At the end of whatever the film day is, they call room tone. Everybody has to shut the fuck up, and they just record the background sound from the room, okay? They record the background sound with everything that's in the room. Now, I didn't know this until when I was growing up hip-hop. These motherfuckers will put a sentence in your mouth that you never said by using fucking room tone. They will take one word you said on 15 different days and piece it together as a sentence and throw the room tone behind it so it kind of blends out. And they'll show me talking to you. They'll show my POV. Then they'll turn it to your POV and they'll put a sentence out of my mouth that I never said on your POV. Now, it might be, like I said, 10 different days where it'll be like, I went to this, blah, 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 because it's not the same voice. But that room tone makes it all sound cohesive.
Right.
So they had me saying shit out my mouth that I never said. Like, they kept, I've never called my child's father by his rap name. Unless, like, it's just talking to somebody, whatever. But I call him by his first name. So they kept, like, they were asking, like, about, like, what was the problem with him working with Johnny? And they just I'm like, I'm not about to do this dumbass shit. Like, I don't give a fuck that he did a song with her. So they would say something and I would call him Willie. They'd be like, say Fetty Wap. I'm like, I don't call this nigga Fetty Wap. They would take that soundbite of me saying Fetty Wap and, like, put that in a sentence. Fetty Wap did a song with Johnny, and it would be like 10 days, 10 different fucking days, and throw that fucking room tone behind it. So you really think, and I've never seen anything like that. And Laura Govan warned me about that shit, but I didn't understand what she meant.
Are you a robot?
Apparently I was.
Are you wearing a mask here today? Like, are you like...
I was on that show, apparently.
Are you really the real Masika? Like, do we have...
I'm the only one, baby. Laura Govan warned me about that one day. She was like, Masika, don't ever take a breath when you speak a sentence. And I was like, huh? But, like, she couldn't really elaborate. We were at a club. It was super loud. She couldn't really elaborate on what she meant. And then when I went on that show, I was like, that's what the fuck she meant. If you take a breath enough to where they can pull a word out, they will make you say some shit you would never say. And I've never seen that before. That was a different type of wicked. Love and Hip Hop didn't even do that shit. So growing up hip hop, y'all are some motherfuckers for that.
Yeah, no, it's probably going to get worse with the AI shit now.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree to that narrative.
Now, that's some low-down dirty-ish, but you know what? I don't doubt it in the least. Because with reality TV, honey, that is a dirty game there, child. That's a cold mother sucker. Now, I know oftentimes you hear reality stars say, oh, I was given a bad edit. I don't remember saying that. When did I say that? Or once the production team gets to the editing room floor, they carve out certain things, they edit, they splice, they try to spin a narrative. So yeah, I believe everything she said. And then we're going to move on to Miss Drew Sidora. Oh, yes, we are. As she read the F out of Miss Courtney Giraffe Child. All right, let's get into it.
I was shocked at that. You had to put the brakes on because what?
I wanted to talk to Josiah first. I want to allow JoJo to help navigate his journey. So I also had an opportunity to talk to Ricky. I told him, I was like, I'm considering adopting JoJo. And he paused for a second and he said, man, I don't really know what to say, but this really hurts. And he was like, I can't tell you not to adopt him because you've been there for him. But I want to fight for, the opportunity to be a father in my son's life. And so I took that. I had JoJo's biological father attend one of JoJo's basketball practices, so he's slowly making his way to come back around and be more supportive as well as present in his life.
When Josiah gets to be a teenager or a young man, he's not hurt by the decision that you make.
In my heart, I believe I'm making the right decision.
So maybe it's not now. Maybe you'll adopt Josiah later on?
If JoJo says, Dad,
It sounded like you and Ralph talked a lot about Drew's alleged affair before it hit the blogs. What did he tell you?
I mean, I just know that he was really hurt by it. He was hurt by, you know, the lying and how she was projecting on him exactly what she was doing.
Is there any truth to what Ralph told Courtney?
Courtney doesn't know anything about me and Ralph. She just met Ralph yesterday, and Ralph and her, he's been coaching her this whole season.
Coaching?
They've been, because a lot of things that you said were things Ralph said. I'm going to say this one time. Don't you ever in your life speak on my son. And I'm going to say that, and I'm going to leave that right there. Don't you ever. That is off limits. And let me tell you something. No. You will listen. I will speak, and you will listen, honey. Don't you ever.
You're wrong.
Keep my son's name in your mouth. You don't know what the you're talking about. Don't you ever speak on my son. Clearly. One day he will see this, and you will have to pay for that.
You
There's a place in hell for people like you. You absolutely did. You did not know the cameras were rolling, bitch.
Honey, one thing's for certain and two things for damn sure. Honey, Miss Drew read the F out of Miss Courtney Giraffe Rose. Oh, yes, she did. Oh, Giraffe. So Drew says she's heartbroken that Ralph didn't shut Courtney Rose down. I must always protect and stand for my children against this type of evil. I gave him the opportunity to shut his unverifiable fake cousin, kissing cousin, effing cousin, smashing cousin, okay, for her disgusting comments made concerning my son. However, he refused to do so, and it breaks my heart. She meant to be nasty and rude, making comments and dragging my child into this. Kids are always off limits. That's it. That's all. So let's see what Ralph, old slick ass, had to say. And so Andy shut that down. And even Kenya said, and you absolutely did say something about Drew's son. And then Andy said, but you did. Because see, she was about to lie. But basically, there was a hot mic moment to where Courtney said some slick shit saying that Drew wanted Ralph to adopt her oldest son, that's not his biological child, in order to get child support, and she thinks she's slick. You know, I'm like, girl, if you effing a dude, you just effing him. Child, where is the girl code, honey? With your desperate ass self. I see why that dude from Groove Theory, what's his name? Bryce with his fine ass. I see why he left your silly ass. So anyway, so Ralph Pittman calls out Drew Sidora for requesting child support for his stepson and divorce agreement. He has a biological father that wants to play an active role. Your adoption request was a money grab. Now, how the fuck is her adoption request going to be a money grab? And y'all were in a full-fledged marriage at the time, and she's thinking you are her forever husband, honey, that she was going to do life with you. That's bullshit. You didn't want to adopt that little boy because you knew damn well you had a foot out the door, which you're going to Tampa ass, tricking off somewhere. Plus, word on the curve is that Miss Courtney is either from Tampa, lived in Tampa, or had residency there, child. And they are saying that Ralph possibly got her on the show. I don't know if this is a scheme that him and Todd came up with to come with the bullshiggity. But baby, whoo child. My thing is with him, you're going to write a book about being a stepdad, your experience about her son and playing the active father role since he was 3 years old. What is the little boy, Josiah, about 10? I don't think he's 11 yet, but you'd have been in that little boy's life about 8 years because his father was incarcerated, and that's how you gonna roll. But anyway, so Ralph says, it's time to speak truth, so let's be real. You expect me to pay child support when he has a father that wants to play an active role in his life, but you won't let him. Your adoption request was only a money grab and control. Since the age of 3, I stepped up to fill the gap as a man and unconditionally provided my heart without expectations. I will continue being there, but you're not going to take advantage of me or use this show to get your way. I understand playing the battered victim role earns you sympathy on this platform, but you will respect me as a father. I love all my kids and have given them the world, including you. It's about them now. #respect. Mother sucker, you wouldn't no respect if it came and smacked you in your big ass head, child. So, anywho, as we clearly know, Ralph has put a battery in Courtney Rowe's back. Okay, she is his mouthpiece, but how are you gonna just violate this woman like that? Because remember, she made that comment on Candy's platform saying that she is closer to Ralph and has done more for him in 6 months than Drew has done for him their entire marriage. They've been married 8, 9 years together, what, 10, 11, 12 or whatever. Girl, if you don't sit your lanky ass down. I know one thing, ain't no artificial intelligence or the editing room floor didn't splice up what Drew had to say as she read your ass down, child. If Chicago came out of her, she was going to whoop your ass is what she was going to do. So anywho, y'all drop down in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think about Mr. Ralph with his slick self. Do y'all think he is smashing Cousin Courtney, honey? I think so. Child, they both are lying and truth ain't in them. All right, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.